Imagine standing on a dock, watching a massive, battered cargo ship finally limp into a sunlit port after a brutal storm. The hull is scarred, but it is floating. The crew made it home safely, and millions of dollars in cargo are sitting completely dry above the waterline. Yet the reality is counterintuitive. If you ask the insurance company about this vessel, they will tell you it is already gone. On paper, it does not exist. It is a floating ghost. You are looking right at a physical survivor, yet the law has declared it a total loss. To understand how that happens, we have to look at how maritime law separates physics from economics. The rulebook that makes this paradox possible is the Marine Insurance Act of 1963. Under Section 57, the law recognizes what it calls an actual total loss. This is the traditional disaster scenario. The ship is completely destroyed, reduced to ash, or resting irretrievably at the bottom of the ocean. But Section 60 defines an alternative, the constructive total loss. This diagram shows the distinction. On the left, an actual total loss is physically gone. On the right, our constructive total loss sits above water, yet the legal system treats it like the sunken vessel. An actual total loss is dictated by physics. A constructive total loss is dictated entirely by economics. Section 60 turns maritime law into a strict accountant. Instead of looking at physical destruction, it looks for 4 specific triggers to declare a vessel economically dead. The first condition is deprivation. If hostile authorities or pirates seize the vessel and getting it back is highly unlikely, the law writes it off. The second condition is uneconomical recovery. Say the ship runs aground on a remote reef. It might be physically fine, but if the tugboats and salvage operations cost more than the ship itself is worth, it is a total loss. In both of these scenarios, the asset is completely intact. Geography and logistics are what make the vessel legally dead. Condition 3, the damaged ship. If our $10 million ship suffers $11 million in damage, repair costs exceed value, a mathematical legal failure. Condition 4 applies this to cargo. If repair and forwarding costs outweigh final arrival value, it is a total loss. That is the core rule of Section 60. A constructive total loss occurs when an asset physically exists, but preserving it from becoming an actual total loss requires an expenditure exceeding its relevant value. Once a ship owner proves the math adds up to a constructive total loss, you might expect an automatic insurance payout, but it doesn't work like that. Section 61 creates a decision tree. The owner has a choice. Path A, keep the battered vessel, accept a smaller partial loss payout, and try fixing it. Or Path B, abandon the ship to the insurer and claim the full actual total loss payout. A constructive total loss is ultimately a strategic choice. It is an option the owner must actively trigger. Securing that total payout requires the owner to follow the formal process in Section 62, issuing a notice of abandonment. If they hesitate or fail to file this paperwork, the insurer will default to treating the disaster as a mere partial loss. If successful, the owner walks away clean with a full payout. That physical, floating zombie ship at the dock becomes the insurer's problem. The legal concept of constructive total loss exists to protect shipping businesses from the burden of uneconomical repairs. When the math turns against you, walking away is the ultimate victory.